folks, how you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. In an effort to defeat the algorithm, today's video is only going to talk about unicorns. Now hang on while we wait for the old geezer to get over here.
Hey there folks, how you doing today? Don't have a whole lot of time for this, man. I have had one technical difficulty after the other today. This is going to be a short video, but I wanted to touch base with you, say hi for the week, and let you know a little bit about a cool old platform that I have come across that has some peculiar features that I wanted to share with some of you guys. Now, for those of you that are around my age, or perhaps even older than me, you might understand and remember that back between the years of 1994 and 2004, due to some constitutionally infringing legislation that had been passed at that time, items such as this that came out during those years had been neutered from the factory in order to comply with some draconian rules concerning things that frighten certain people. This particular one is no different. This one came from the factory with what appears to be a 6-position adjustable stock. However, as you'll notice, it is fully extended, and there are 2 blind roll pins installed in it here that prevent the movement fore and aft. Another feature that this particular one would have been without is a muzzle device. Platforms such as this that were produced during that time were also limited to a reduced capacity magazine. But getting away from the political semantics of it, I wanted to show you something that I thought was kind of interesting. Somewhere around 1995, the military started using these removable carry handles on the A3 platform. And this one is one of those. It's got thumb screws on this side. You can't see them. I'll take a picture and show you in the video. But this carry handle is completely removable, exposing a Picatinny rail. So you could mount any type of optic that you chose here on top of this rifle using a standard set of pick rail style, weaver style rings, whatever you want to call them. The owner of this one chose not to do that. He chose to mount this carry handle specific type optic on here. And while it is an odd choice for a rifle that has a removable carry handle, prior to the addition of the removable carry handle, this really was about the only way to mount an optic to this platform. Now, the gentleman that this belongs to asked me to run it through its paces and make sure that it worked. I took it out today, and it does work really well. The hold for your cheek in order to use this optic is higher than my liking. However, he likes it, and that's fine. That's great. He already owns it. It works. I see no reason to change that. Another feature that was common to weapons of the era that this one was produced is this thing has an enormously heavy trigger pull. I would change that if it were mine. Again, it is not, so I'm not going to worry about it. How did she perform? Well, normally I would take the camera over to the range and show you how it was, but as some of you may be aware, weather in Texas last week was terrible. There's about a foot of standing water out there, and it was really nasty just getting to a place where I could shoot this thing. I didn't want to drop the camera in the mud, so I did not film that portion. Once I got the optic bore-sighted, which I did right here out in the barn, I took it over to the range. I ran enough rounds through it to determine that it was in fact shooting to point of aim, point of impact, and fired a few rounds with the heavy trigger that this rifle has. And kneeling in the mud, I was able to hold about a tennis ball size group with it. I don't think that was too bad. I think if the trigger were a little lighter and the conditions had been better, you probably could have cut that in half quite easily. Regardless, I did bring home this to show you guys. I was going to shoot a 3-shot string on a clean target to show you how well it did, but after I shot that one, things started to fall apart. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. You won't be seeing this one again. I'm going to take it back to the fella that it belongs to. But let me know down in the comments below what you'd like to see me work on next. Again, we're going to try to get Uncle Elmer out here to explain FUD practices to you next week. I wasn't able to make it happen this week, and I apologize for that. But thanks for taking a few minutes sitting through this with me while I explained how the assault weapons ban rose and fell over the 94 to 2004 period, and there are still a few weapons left from that era. There are also still a few politicians left from that era. So take care, folks. God bless.
I'm the guy that led the effort to get an assault weapons ban, as well as a limitation of the number of bullets that could be in a magazine.